2014 regular council meeting to order. Flag salute, Councilor Smart. I should have had your son do it. You did a nice job. Okay, roll call.
Silent roll call has been taken and a quorum is present.
Okay, thank you. Approval of the minutes of the October 6, 2014 regular council meeting and the October 16, 2014 special council meeting. Can I get a motion to approve those minutes?
So moved.
Okay, Lori, is there a second?
Second.
John. Discussion? All those in favor? None opposed? 6-0. Petitions, communications, citizens' requests. At this time, is there anyone from the audience that would like to discuss an item that is not on the agenda? Does anyone have anything to say?
Do you have anything, Tristan?
No.
Okay, we'll move on to reports. Council President, you all set for tomorrow?
I am.
Big election day?
Big day.
Good. Good luck to all the candidates that are here tonight and the ones that are not here. Standing committees. City councilors. Was any updates on the, I know it's early, a few months early, but with the food drive thing, that's still in
Still in the works.
February.
We do it February,
February?
so Travis will get us all together and start working on it.
Okay. City attorney.
Everything's quiet.
Special committees, school board liaison, city manager.
A couple items that will be coming up. One is the ambulance, our 2011 ambulance that has been a lot of trouble, which Steve could attest to over the past several years. Had a major engine issue. Been down to Darlings, that's come back. We tried to get Darlings to argue with Ford about it. Basically, they replaced the whole engine in the ambulance. That 6-liter diesel's had issues all over the country, and
Is this, so I remember we talked about this before. Is this the one that do we always get a diesel? Is this one we tried and did something different?
Yeah, this is the Ford switched to that diesel motor, the 6-liter diesel.
Right.
Years ago, and that went in that motor. Now we're trying something different.
Now we're trying something.
Now we have a gas.
Okay, okay. It wasn't, we really had no choice back then. We had to go with the diesel.
Putting in, right,
Right.
basically. Unless you went with Chevy, which would have been different.
Right. So basically, it's a new engine in it. We're just gonna cross our fingers.
yeah, that's about an $8,000 cost for that engine, so. Darlings, it was $10,000. Darlings talking about helping us out with a couple $1,000s, so.
Yeah.
Computers for the police cruisers. Those were a grant, those tough books. They're 8 years old. The state's come up, looked at those. They need to be updated. They don't meet current certification, and there's only 2 companies in the state right now that produce those laptops. We're getting bids on those right now, so that will be coming back to the council.
Didn't we just approve grants for something to do? Was it public safety or was it strictly for fire?
It's for fire.
Was it just for fire? Okay.
Is that a software issue or a whole software and hardware?
To access the motor vehicle stuff through the federal and state, they have to meet certain criteria.
Certain criteria, I bet. Okay.
Downtown planning grant, that first meeting scheduled for 11/17 at 6:30 at the library. Ron's printed up questionnaires and invitations for that. Some of those will be passed out tomorrow at the polling place. We just wanted to add one more thing for Patty in case she was bored to worry about. So,
Who's our, is Carol our council rep on that committee? Okay, both of you, okay, good.
so they'll be handing those out, I believe, from 11 to 1, and then 4 o'clock on.
4 to 8, yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Cindy and Carol will be there doing that.
Okay.
And the only other thing I have is we just wanted to kind of continue on with the, any questions on the TIF information I sent you. So I asked Ron to come tonight. We've included that letter here, so just like to take a quick run over that. I don't know if Ron wants to come up and give a brief overview on that and any questions you might have. We certainly want to keep bringing this back to you. We've brought it to the LLC, and it took several different meetings for everyone to kind of get a general understanding of it. I'm sure Ron could spend 3 hours with you if you wanted him to. You
This-
probably don't tonight, so.
No, that's fine, but this is the one that you would, went over, gave us an overview of what we would use for specific areas of the city, right? One for downtown and that type of thing.
We could draw the district to include commercial areas
Okay.
so that we could use the sheltered money within that area, and also for some uses that are outside the area. And there's, the funds can be used for purposes inside the district and outside but related, directly related, like infrastructure type costs, treatment plant, electrical, and other expenditures for things like economic development related programs and so forth.
So there's a lot of positives. Are there any negatives to doing this at all? I mean, is there anything out there that, I mean, from what I can tell, it's all positive. I just
Yeah,
want
I
to
mean,
ask the question, is there something that we should be looking at that, or at least know that could happen, or?
No, I mean, it really, I think it presents a tremendous opportunity for the city, and I often get that response that, there must be something here that's, not so good, but it
Something in the
really
fine
is,
print.
it's an opportunity for the city to shelter and save a tremendous amount of money that otherwise will be lost, due to that tax shifting process that the state does.
So as far as the timing then, if everybody's on board, just got to keep moving
Yeah,
forward with it? What,
you
are
know-
you looking for an answer out of us? Like-
No, I just want to make sure we keep talking about it, because what's going to end up happening is, we're going to be taking this back to the LLC and trying to designate and talk about what area that we actually want to draw that map out on, and then that would come back to a committee, hopefully maybe this month, because we have to have this done by the end of March to get it
By mid-March, it should be done.
approved.
So it would be good to get some, I guess, formal council approval to proceed and start working on it, in earnest.
I mean, just my thoughts. I mean, it sounds like the LLC's all behind this from what I can tell. And
Correct.
it sounds like, like there's a lot of positives, so I don't know why we wouldn't. But that's just me. Lori, what are you thinking?
This is the first time I've ever seen something like this, so this
Right.
is, I'm still looking at it.
Mhm.
But I would obviously, you've worked with it, so.
I've done actually a lot of these programs, and it's really been beneficial for a lot of communities. You read about it quite often in the paper now, so it's something that's really catching on.
Right. And I know what Eric had also talked, the city attorney's all for this also. So I mean, it makes sense.
But isn't the
Linda.
timing longer than usual? The 30 years?
No, 30 years is the maximum by statute, but a community could opt to shelter funds for a shorter period. You might be thinking about a credit enhancement agreement when incentives are provided to a business. Usually that's limited to a term of maybe 10 years.
Because that's the ones I've seen in the city were the ones that are limited to 10
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
John, what are you thinking?
New to me as well, but it looks good.
So they should start proceeding.
Yeah.
on your end.
Yeah,
Carol?
agree.
Okay?
Yeah.
At least keep going forward and bring something
Yeah.
back to us.
I mean,
and-
final approval, ultimately, we have to come back to you
Right.
folks.
Right.
So we'll just keep,
Do a public hearing.
Yep.
Yep.
Work on it.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Good.
Okay, that's it, Bill?
Yep.
Consent agenda, there's non-public hearings and second reading of ordinances. City Council will conduct a public hearing on a proposal to amend Chapter 21 titled Welfare, Appendices B and C, food and housing assistance limits of the general assistance maximum amounts for the period October 1st, 2014 through September 30th, 2015. This amendment is a requirement of the Department of Human Services in compliance with Title 22 MRSA, subsection 4305, paragraph 4. Open the public hearing. I got to have you say something each time because we do it so often. I just figured, you want to say something.
It's their biannual amendment that we have to do.
Thank you, as always. Is there anyone who'd like to talk about this? I'll close the public hearing. The City Council considers scheduling a second reading for final approval on a proposal to amend Chapter 21 titled Welfare, Appendices B and C of the General Assistance Maximum Amounts. Council McLeod.
Resolve, the Old Town City Council hereby approves scheduling a second reading for final approval on December 1st, 2014, on a proposal to amend Chapter 21 titled Welfare Appendices B and C, Food and Housing and Assistance Limits of the General Assistance Maximum Amounts for the period October 1, 2014 through September 30th, 2015, as presented in attachment number 1.
Hey, can I get a second?
Second.
Carol, discussion? All those in favor? None opposed? 6-0. New business, no old business, new business. City Council consider approval of a renewal application for a malt and vinous liquor license for Governor's Restaurant, 963 Stillwater Avenue. Councilor Smart.
Resolved, the Old Town City Council hereby approves the renewal application for the malt and vinous liquor license for Randall Wadley, doing business as Governor's Restaurant, 963 Stillwater Avenue.
Is there a second?
Second.
EJ, discussion? Everything's all set, I'm assuming? All those in favor? None opposed. 6-0. City Council consider directing the code enforcement officer and city attorney to give notice of a dangerous building at 614 Main Street. Councilor Roach.
Resolve, the Old Town City Council hereby directs the city code enforcement officer and city attorney to give notice of a dangerous building hearing under 17 MRSA Section 2851 to be held on December 1st, 2014 at 7 p.m. in the Old Town Council Chambers at 265 Main Street, Old Town, Maine, with respect to the property located at 614 Main Street, Old Town, Maine.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Lori, is there a discussion? All those in favor? None opposed? Okay, item number 3. The City Council consider accepting an after-deadline redemption on foreclosed property for Michael Fournier, located at Champlain Street and Tax Map 20, Lot 20B, for payment of 2013, 2014, and 2015 real estate taxes in the amount of $1,534.71, which includes interest, lien cost, and late redemption fee, and further authorize the city manager to execute a municipal quick claim deed. Councilor Nuttall, please.
Resolved, the Old Town City Council hereby accepts an after-deadline redemption on foreclosed property for Michael Fournier, located Champlain Street and Tax Map 20, Lot 20B, for payment of 2013, 2014, and 2015 real estate taxes in the total amount of $1,534.71, which includes interest, lien costs, and late redemption fee, and further authorize the city manager to execute a municipal quitclaim deed.
Is there a second?
Second.
EJ, discussion? All those in favor? None opposed? 6-0. Next item, the City Council consider going into executive session for the purpose of discussing the city manager's annual performance evaluation. This item was postponed on the October 7th regular council meeting. Councilor May.
Resolved, the Old Town City Council hereby approves going into executive session pursuant to Title I MRSA Section 4056A for the purpose of discussing the city manager's annual performance evaluation.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
John, discussion? All those in favor? None opposed? Okay, at this point, we will go in executive session. So